This is Jeopardy! Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy B back with you once again here on MVG Productions for another edition of the answer and question show that is Jeopardy! Glad you could join me here today. We've done pretty well through this series so far. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, and then we've had those moments where we're like, what the hell was I thinking? But yeah, we're currently up to a total of $160,852 cash. And we're going to see if we can add some more today, playing some more. So let's jump into it. Let's see, we had people on here with me last time, so we're going to switch it up. I'm feeling bold today, but I have a feeling it's going to come back and bite me in the butt. We're going to play with Jordan and Callie here, who are both medium-level contestants. And I'm like, I don't know why I want to do medium today. I just feel like I want the challenge. So let's see how we do on this edition of Jeopardy. Let's jump into it. Of course, this is Jeopardy round. One daily double in our first round. Let's take a look at the subjects. We're going to At the Movies, Country Facts and Figures, First Class, Pardon My French, Sorry, You've Been Censored, and finally, Let in the Latin. Great. Language categories. Always my favorite. And by always, I mean I absolutely can't stand them. So let's get it out of the way first, just so I don't have to deal with it. Let in the Latin 200. Motore de salubris, we who are about to do this salute thee. Callie says, what is die? That's probably what I would have guessed, had I could have had a chance to buzz in. But again, we're playing against medium computers, so yeah, we may be up for a challenge here today. Pardon my French for 800. Flavors of glass ice cream include chocolate, vanilla, and fraise. This. What is strawberry? It's standard Neapolitan. The clue kind of gave me the answer. Thank God. Let in the Latin 400. Latin for another one. It refers to the opposite side of your personality. What is alter ego? Yeah, literally, at this point, folks, I'm guessing. So, we're going to see what happens. Let in Latin for 6. In Latin, this 1990 Luther Vandross hit would be Het et Nu. What is Here and Now? Only because I actually listened to Luther Vandross and it was one of my mother's favorite songs. Only reason I knew that one. Let in the Latin for 8. Fide Defensor is this title given to rulers of England. What is Defender of the Faith? Okay, no idea. Finish it for 1,000, please. Caveat emptor is let the buyer beware, and caveat lector is this. What's the let the reader beware? And Callie jumps up to 1,200. Okay. Callie goes again. Pardon my French for 600. The butterfly farm in St. Martin is also known as La Ferme des Dix, the French word for butterflies. No idea. Again, language categories. Fun. I know a little bit more French than I do Latin. But that's probably about equal, honestly. Pardon my French. This season is a hiver. Ooh, I actually asked this question to somebody on one of the other shows I've recorded here. The correct answer is, what is winter? Only reason I knew that. See? I pay attention to my own material. And I'm like, it paid off for me there. $1,000. Let's go, pardon my French, 4. Vert is Ziscula. What is green? It's based off of verde, which is also green in Spanish. So I was like, close enough. French for 2. This French phrase for goodbye literally means to see again. What is au revoir? For 2 language categories, I have $3,400. What? Anyway, let's go to the rest of the ones that actually look. I'm curious to see what this one's about. Sorry you've been censored for 200. Widely read in high schools, this 1951 J.D. Salinger novel is awful a target for censors because of its foul language. What is Catcher in the Rye? I never actually got to read that one in high school. We read To Kill a Mockingbird, which is actually it's a very dry book at the beginning. But once you get into the courtroom, and then one particular part of it, that's when the book comes to life at that point. But yeah, it's very dry read. But you should still check it out. I think the film version of it, the film adaptation version of it, is available on Netflix. So check that out as well. We'll continue on. Sorry you've been censored for 4. This author's Fahrenheit 451 book follows book-burning fireman Guy Montag into a futuristic world. Callie says whatever she said was wrong. And now I have a little bit more breathing room. Surprisingly, Jordan yet to get on the board. I expect he's going to be trouble in Double Jeopardy round. Oh, wait, I spoke too soon. It was Ray Bradbury, and Jordan has now come to life. Bad enough playing against one computer player, now it's 2 who are probably smarter than me. Going to have the movies for 1,000. A tombstone bearing the name Archie Leach is seen in this classic 1944 film comedy starring this actor. Callie's tied now with Jordan. I have plenty of breathing room. Let's see if we can keep it. Normally, in some cases, I guess, but when I'm playing against harder players, I'm like, if I don't almost certainly know it, I ain't worried about it. Cary Grant was the correct answer there. And Jordan's still his board. Sorry you've been censored for 1,000. Because he's been identified with the Nazis' cause, the music of this man who died in 1883 is rarely played in Israel. Is it Mozart? No, it's Wagner. Alright, Callie's up to 1,400. And she goes to first class for 1,000. 1891, Samuel O'Reilly turned this Edison electric engraving pen into the first electric machine to make these, sailor. Ooh, what are tattoos? I remember watching something about that, and I was like, see, I don't know a lot of trivia, but I remember seeing certain things that remind me of that. So it's like, that's where a lot of my general knowledge trivia stuff comes from. So, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. Let's go. Sorry you've been censored for 6. In 1564, an artist was hired to paint clothing over the nude figures in this man's work, The Last Judgment. Callie. It was Michelangelo. And she's back up to 2,000 now. Alright, first class for 6. In 1901, X-ray discoverer William Rotten became the first recipient of a Nobel Prize in this category. I guess it'd be medicine, right? Nope, physics. X-rays, physicals. Duh. Makes more sense when you think about it. Jordan? Country facts and figures for 600. With a population density of about 7 per square mile, its people can easily duck Quafati. What is Libya? Alright, Callie's up to 2,600. And she finds the Daily Double. It's country fact and figures, and she's going to risk 1781. Alright, 0.5% of the Greeks on this island live in the Turkish area, and 1.3% of the Turks live in the Greek area. If I had to guess, I'd say the answer is probably maybe Cyprus. We'll see what she says. It was Cyprus. She's right. And she comes within $219 of catching me. We'll see what happens. Callie's still her board. And sorry you've been censored for 800. Worried about teens imitating its violence, Stanley Kubrick himself banned this 1971 film of his in England. What is the Clockwork Orange? And Callie takes the lead. And here we go, playing from behind at this point, folks. Alright, country facts and figures for 1,000. This U.S. had the world's second highest GDP per capita. This small nation next to Belgium beats it. What is Luxembourg? Ha! I was like, remember, geography, stuff, yeah. Country facts and figures for 4. While Iran also exports fruits and nuts, this accounts for 80% of its exports. Jordan. Petroleum is right. Up to 1,400. And Jordan goes... First class for 800. It's been cataloged as the first skyscraper over 1,400 feet in height. I'm an idiot because I didn't get the clue. Oh, she missed it. Missed it. The clue here is catalog, and the other one there is, it's the Sears catalog. You know, famous for ordering stuff. What's the Sears Tower? See? Pay attention to the clues. They will sometimes just give you the answer outright. Country facts and figures for 2. This third largest country in area is home to over 1.25 billion people. What is India? Okay, it's not India. Is it China? It is China. Okay. I would say, yeah, China's just a little bit bigger in area. All right, 2 categories to go. Let's go first class for 2. The first movie with a plot was filmed in 1903 and concerned the great robbery of one of these. What is the what is a bank? No. I'm trying to think, and I've got absolutely nothing. So, fun times. Was it the fort? No. I don't know what Callie said, but she's wrong. Jordan can jump back in it here. Play a little catch up. 1903. Great. Was it the Great Train? It was a train. It was. Alright, my board still. First class for 4. City that was home to USA's first boat club and organized baseball team, both named Knickerbocker. What is New York City? Of course, home to the New York Knicks of the NBA. Got movie questions left, so let's work our way up the board. 800. In this foreign film classic, the knight's name is Antinous Block. If I watched more movies, I'd have a chance. What is the Seventh Seal? And Jordan's got it up to 2,200. 3 clues left. It goes for 4. This 1973 film won 7 Oscars and helped spark a national revival of Scott Joplin's music. 73. What is the Sting? It always helps to know who won an Academy Award for best films and stuff for each year. Kind of helpful in categories like this. At the movies for 6. In this 1982 film, Captain Bryant calls androids skin jobs. What is Blade Runner? Never saw the original one. Fun fact. And finally, the last one for 2. This animated movie in which the following words magically appear: humble, radiant, terrific, and some pig. What is Charlotte's Web? A classic indeed. And as we've reached the end of the Jeopardy round, I surprisingly have the lead with 6,600. Callie's in second with 4,181. And Jordan with 2,600 is going to select first in the Double Jeopardy round. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Go play some Double Jeopardy. 2 daily doubles on the board this time. As we look at the categories this time, we're talking about women, computer terms. I have a chance there. Nothing but time. Interesting. World religion. Fail. Put your fleet up. Possibly another fail. And finally, watch your tongue. Alright, Jordan, where are we heading? Watch your tongue for 12. In the 14th century, this language replaced Latin as the language of the official court documents of the Holy Roman Empire. Callie says it's Greek. No, it's German. And she's playing catch-up again. Callie, you're bored. World religion for 2000. Made up of 1,028 hymns and 10 books, it's the oldest of the Vedas in Hinduism. No idea. What is the Rig Veda? And Callie jumps into the lead. This is where I get whopped up on. Nothing but time for 1600. In geologic time, eons are divided into these, which are in turn divided into periods. What is... Eons are divided into eras? Yes. I was trying to remember science, history, timeline. Let's go nothing but time 4. It was also called dusk, and Rod Serling gave it a zone. What is twilight? You are now entering the Twilight Zone. Long time since I've watched that show originally. Still airing today on some classic TV channels. Check them out. Nothing but time for 8. In the 1970s, the FCC limited TV stations' network programming during this period. What is prime time? Yep. Jordan gets it, and he's up to 3,400. Trying to make a run now. Put your fleet up for 1,200. Around 664 BC, this most northerly of the Ionian Islands took on Corinth in an ancient Greece's first naval battle. No idea. It was Corfu. Sounds like a name of a Pokemon. Not an island. But anyway, Jordan got it. He's up to 4,600. And chooses world religion for 12. As they were partial to using hymns, these brothers, Charles and John, were the first rhythm Methodists. Callie. Who are the Wesleys? Is right. And she's behind me by 19 bucks still. Put your fleet up for 2,000. In one of the largest naval battles ever, over 250 ships took part in the 1916 battle off this Danish peninsula. Again, I wish I knew my history. What is Jutland? And she jumps over to the 5-figure land. Alright, Callie, go again. And she finds one of the 2 daily doubles in world religion. And she's betting $7,098 for possibly a massive lead that I'm not going to be able to catch. Here's the clue. Meaning sign of God, it's the title of a Shiite Muslim scholar and leader. No idea. If I had to guess... The only one I recognize is Ayatollah, and that's because of Chris Jericho. But that actually may be the answer. I'd say Ayatollah. Let's see if she gets it. It is Ayatollah. I would have gotten it right. I would have gotten it right off of clues and stuff from context. But yeah, she's at 17,679. Probably not catching her this game. Let's see what happens. All right, Callie, go. Watch your tongue for 2,000. While visiting Cape Town, you might hear people speaking this language derived from a Dutch dialect. What is Afrikaans? Afrikaans. All right, Callie. I love how they're doing all the expensive ones early. Computer terms for 1600. This device that connects the computer with network it shares is named with a type of plane in carpentry. What is a router? I was like, literally, I had to reread the clue again. I was just reading it for you guys, and then I'm like, wait, I know this one. Computer terms 2000. I'm hoping the Daily Double's behind one of these. Pictures can be emailed in this format, named for a group that developed it. What is a GIF? Now, what is JPEG? Oh, wait, GIF is animated ones. JPEG is the format itself, so that's 2000. Computer term for 12. Earthlink and CompuServe are two of these abbreviated ISPs. What is Internet Service Providers? Nice, it's 1200 for me. Computer term for 8. This unit equals about 1,000 megabytes, or about 500,000 pages of text. Megabytes is a gig. 14,200, and let's finish it for 400. It can mean any computer used by an individual or an IBM-type machine as opposed to a Mac. What is a PC? A personal computer. Well, managed to sweep that category. Get me caught up some. But now we gotta watch. Be careful about the rest of the board. Let's go nothing but time for 12. We use this word for a schedule of train arrivals and departures. In England, it's also called a schedule of classes. And Callie beats me with the buzzer. What is the syllabus? Nope, it's a timetable. Alright. Over 18 grand now. Watch your tongue for 1600. In this language, the Hayek goes over the C in words like Vizier and, well, Hayek. What is Czech? Ah, okay. Czechoslovakian, as it were. Callie with put your fleet up for 8. By flooding it, large mock naval battles were often held in this largest Roman amphitheater. That's the Colosseum. Yep. 15, almost 20 grand. I don't think anybody's cracked that much at this point. Put your fleet up for 16. The British lost no ships and the French lost about 20 when their naval forces clashed at this 1805 battle near Cadiz, Spain. Callie again. What is the Battle of Trafalgar? And she's over 20,000. Wow. Killing it right now. Women for 1200. She was nominated for the 1978 Best Actress Oscar for her role in An Unmarried Woman. Callie again. Who is Jill Clayburgh? Yep. Good one at that. And she found the other Daily Double. In women, of course. For $677. Because she knows she pretty much has me beat at this point. Here's the clue. This early feminist, the wife of William Godwin, penned a vindication of the rights of woman in 1792. My guess would be Virginia Woolf. Now, who is Mary Wollstonecraft? And she's up to 23,156, pretty much about to double my score. Women for 2,000. This NPR legal correspondent has been one of Esquire's Women We Love. Still getting newly familiar with NPR. Who is Nina Totenberg? Nina Totenberg. Callie. Watch your tongue for 8. Danish and Swedish evolved from East Scandinavian dialects. Icelandic and this from West Scandinavian dialects. What is Norwegian? Yep, the Norwegian. Jordan chimes in. But yeah, it's the Catch Kelly show at this point. Nothing but time for 2000. The one developed by the Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers shows hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. I gotta take a guess. What is the movie count? I think it was the time code, and I messed it up. I panicked at the last second to change my answer, but I was like, is it time code or air date? Well, at least she missed it too, so I didn't just hand her the win. Jordan, not gonna guess. It is the time code. I would have had it right, and I changed my answer. Jordan, go ahead. World religion for 8. Sukkot, a Jewish festival, began as a harvest celebration and was the model for this centuries-old American holiday. That was Thanksgiving. Yep. Alright, Callie. All the cheap ones left, so I need to kind of get all of these. Put your fleet up for 4. World War II's Battle of the Coral Sea was the first naval battle in which these, not ships, did the attacking. I was going to say water submarines, but Jordan beat me to the... Oh, it's airplanes. Airplanes, okay. Alright. Jordan, where are we going? Watch your time for 4. This language employs 4 writing systems: kanji, romanji, hiragana, and katakana. What is... Korean? No, it's probably Chinese. I'm like, it's between Chinese and Korean. Could be Japanese. Oh, wow, I just saw it was Japanese. Yep. I didn't read all the choices. I just saw the first 2, and I was like, that one of them might be it. Alright, world religion for 400. In the presence of Adigrath, the sacred book of the keys, you could cover your head and remove this. What are your shoes? Alright, talking about women left. 2 clues. For 8, this fictional female's arsenal includes powerful bracelets, a golden lasso, and an invisible plane. Who is Wonder Woman? I better get that one. And finally, we finish it off for 4. This woman bears 2 children in Genesis 4. Who is Eve? And as we come to the end of the Double Jeopardy round, I am in second place with 13,400. Jordan's got 6,200, but it is the Catch Callie show with $22,356. Yeah, she's probably won this one easily. But it could all change depending on what the final Jeopardy subject is. So let's see the category. Presidential elections. Yeah, not my strongest suit. And you know what? Normally I'd take a shot and try to beat her, but you know what? She's got me anyway. Even if I risk it all, she's only going to raise her like 4 grand. So you know what? It's almost not worth the epic come from behind victory that this could be possible with. So I'm wagering nothing this time. Here we go. The last winning presidential ticket in the 20th century that had 2 sitting U.S. senators was the ticket of these 2 men. Yep, glad I did not bet at all, because I have no idea. I think Nixon was a senator, so I'm going to go Nixon. Nope, it was Kennedy and Johnson. But I didn't wager anything, so I stay at 13,400. Unfortunately, I'm not the winner for this game. Jordan was correct, comes up to 11,486. Callie, right? She would have, even if I had bet it all, she still would have had enough to. Actually, no, I would have had to bet it all and gotten it right, so I would have lost anyway. So that's okay. I don't feel bad. I finished with $13,400 this time with 80% accuracy, one of my better showings as of late. Career total now $174,252. Not a bad day at the office. Jordan answered every single one of his questions correct. He didn't chime in that often, but when he did, he was spot on. And Callie, with the same percent accuracy as I was, the only reason she won, though, she found all 3 daily doubles, so good for her. And that's the difference between me and her playing right now. So, alright, but yeah, that's it for on this episode of Jeopardy, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you learned something today, as long as I did. Remember, if you like this series and you want to see more of it, all you gotta do is click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the answers and questions going, and all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until I rack my brain once again and try to figure out why I keep asking for these hard challenges, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Jeopardy. Take care. Bye for now, folks.